Good morning, short live. Oh, I'm going live tonight. I think I'm going live tonight. So, good morning to the One Papoose channel, chat people. Happy Thursday, hump day Thursday. Um, I just want to come on and give all of the praise and shout out to Mr. Kelly, standing through the midst of bad timing of his life, accusations and allegations, jealousy, hatred, whatever has been placed upon him. Um, yeah, hey Louisa, yeah. So I just wanted to just come on for that and shout out to him. Shout out to Mr. Kelly because without Mr. Kelly, there probably wouldn't be as many people as it is um, on YouTube now, or Facebook, or Instagram, or all those other social sites, Twitter. Good morning, Cutting. Good morning. That would be able to find themselves. You know, it's. I mean, he's in my eyes has done a wonderful job. Shout out to Mr. Kelly, because you have really allow a lot of people, not allowed, you have becoming of a lot of people, like finding themselves, who they really are, and what they really can do in life and things like that. So I'm sure, he would be very appreciative of that. However, it's funny because, when I click on YouTube, or the HBO, or the BET and all that stuff, you kind of hope to see that, oh my God, he's on there doing a concert, doing what he's doing, a live concert. He's traveling again. He's, doing him. Well, at this moment, he's not able to do him, but a whole lot of other people are able to do them. you know, I don't know. I don't know. The stories come out, a whole bunch of stories. Hi, Miss Brown. Hi, good morning. At the end of the day, I know that, a lot of people got to, keep their spirits up and keep their lives moving, because I do, I really do. But at the end of the day, I don't think that I would be able to, not be able, I guess I'm just not anointed, or I don't know. I guess I just don't see it the way a lot of people see it out here. I don't. Good morning, Mels. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, prayers. What's going on? I'm only here for about 15 minutes, you guys, just to say good morning. I will be live tonight, hoping to have Mel. You should come through tonight. I think it's gonna be good. I think I got a great topic to touch in on. I don't want to say it right now on the live, so you know what? I'll email you, and maybe you can come on the panel and we can talk about that. I've been taking my notes on something, so I just want to elaborate on it in a entertaining, um, opinionated kind of way. So I think it'd be interesting. But yeah, I'm almost done with this, so I'll be off early today. But um, I don't know. I guess I'm just actually lost for words. I'm lost for words now. Good morning, Mama. Hey, Sir Miguel. I'm lost for words from, the, with the, well, not the two of the beefs that's going on, because that's something personal. I'm lost for words with the way a lot of things started. I'm lost for words with, you know, I have conversations, and they're trustworthy people, with trustworthy people and things, and we sit and be like how and where, that's just my number one question, like how and where did these people come from, and then all of a sudden, they're in more of the highlights than Mr. Kelly. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, wait a minute here now. At some point, I think that want don't I don't want the cameras in the lights in action. No, here's the subject. Here's the person that the public that came out for is the same public that should be keeping him, out in the highlights. Like, but I look around and I see things and I'm hearing things and stuff, and maybe I'm just a different breed. From people, I guess from people. And I've always said that I feel so different from people, because once I lay my hand on a subject, that is the subject all the way, till the end. And as much as I just look out here, boy, I promise y'all, I be shaking my head like, huh? But where did they come from? It's the same, it's just quite like, where? Huh? Am I the only one that done been out here? And I can't even lie about it. Friends, like overnight. I like all of this, and I get it. You have to say things certain ways or whatever to get yourself on the inside of with the troops to build you and get you up there or whatever. But then I was like, well, was this all about becoming the most outspoken one, or the next biggest celebrity or whatever? I don't get it. Good morning, Judy. Good morning. Shout out to the green. I just don't really get it, I really don't. It's so head scratching, it's so goddamn head scratching, like, huh? And I'm like I say, I'm reading and I'm like, well, shit, well, nothing good in that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't, like, is it okay even if the bad is about it, or if, and then you got the good about it? And I'm like, I know I'm talking in riddles right now, y'all, so don't think I'm crazy, because I'm not god darn crazy, which I keep trying to tell y'all. Hey, Joy, what's going on, Miss Judy? But it's just weird. It feels weird, and it continues to make, I don't know about y'all, but when I say side eye, huh? I be, what? Who are you again? Wait, where you come from? Oh, okay. All right. Got some screenshots for tonight. I'm going to play them because y'all know I like to laugh. It keeps me happy. I don't know about y'all, but laughing and smiling keeps me happy. So, keeps my blood clean, But I sit and I watch just like you guys. It's just unbelievable. Like, you'll never get a very clear, accurate, truthful answer out here, because it's a back and forth and things like that. But I'm like, my dad. I am my dad. I can tell y'all that I am RC to the T. When I say I'm 100% RC out of 10 kids, I'm RC. And when RC would come in the house with a dozen of eggs, now, take the eggs as people, okay? You say you had a chance to. No, I haven't listened to Just Jazz. I probably seen maybe two. I have to be two of her commentaries. I've only seen maybe two. As long as she's been out here, only two. I have a problem, mad, and I will go and do so because you asked me, and because I like you. You're good people. You've been good people over here. So I will go and listen to it. But let me tell you what my problem is when it comes to, I guess I'll say, Mr. Kelly, because it can be anybody in that celebrity status, right? When it comes to that, and I understand that people are putting out whatever information. As you see, I don't have much information. I don't know him. I don't know Mr. Kelly like that, right? But sometimes there's a a hole in that basket, like, okay, well, who are you? And at the same time, you have to try to take your mindset on what you're seeing and try to trust and believe what people are saying or this or that. And I'm just not that easy, Matt, if that makes sense to you. I'm just really not that easy because I have to question, like, okay, why are you so pressed? Okay, well, where do you fit in that? Okay, well, how is this possible? Okay, well, when did this happen? Okay, and how? So, but I will, because you asked me to do so. I definitely will, but I probably only seen, two of them. That's all I'm saying. So, of her show, and of course, you reciprocate. People, you don't sway here, I don't sway there. So, I just do it like that. I don't ever want to be caught up in a situation where they're talking about, get off my car, rat tail hat fucker. So, but I will. I promise you, I will. You say, oh, sis dropped her street. It's going to be epic. Oh, girl. What? Okay. So it's that kind of commentary. Okay. Well, then I'll go there. But I guess I just want to finish this off by saying that my life has continued to go on. And I love my channel. I love coming on, talking to all of you guys that shows up to converse back with me. I love it, but I have to also say that that addiction part of it is just not there, okay? Because reality stays within me. I know that if I slip off of the reality part of life, something is not right about me. And I'm not saying that it's not right about others, even though from what I'm looking at, I can say, shut up. I can say that I think that it has. I think, in my opinion, that because of the R. Kelly situation happening, right? I truly do think that a lot of people have slipped away from reality of life. You understand? This is, in my opinion, a momentarily type thing. I look at the situation that occurred with the Tasha K and the Cardi B, right? Now it's going on over here under this umbrella. How did it happen? If everybody was looking inside of the Tasha K and the Cardi B, not at the part of where Tasha K was getting sued or this or that, look at the part of how it happened. Tasha K, ingenuous, right? She grew on her own, found her own topics, which was celebrity news, diversified, just everybody, right? And she grew. But she also had to, she put her foot in her mouth by touching on, I guess, allegedly the wrong celebrity. Cardi B grew balls, wanted to sue her, right? Now we're over here where if you say this, if you show this, if you do this, well, then I'm going to sue you. It's just, it's nuts to me. It's really nuts when somewhere when I mentioned about the reality part of it, right? You have to still know that there's going to be tabloids out there. And if you have put yourself out there under a uh, 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 circumstance, which now happens to be Mr. Kelly, right? And you watched all of Tasha K and all of the thugged out boys that was, you learn from that. You learn, like, I got to move differently from this. No, I'm going to change this up. No, okay, I better talk about so and so or so and so. I get it with the whole blogging thing and the vlogger and all that stuff, right? It's a money maker. Understand that. But you have to know, you should know that money can be made by being diversified, not using other people as a crutch, not getting angry as fast as a person does because of what someone says, that's not, in my opinion, a winner, because people gonna talk. They've been talking and calling all of us names since the playground days. You understand? So I watched that, right, and I just shake my head. But now, because the shoes fit a person, I grew and everything, like the Tasha K, and the Cardi B, and it's always people like that, right? And they put those big shoes on or whatever, and it's I'm gonna sue you, or you better not say such and such, or you can't do this and you can't do that, whether you're not understanding, like with the public figure. And I get the malicious activity. I get that. But it does not make you a winner where you have to attack the malicious at all. The malicious act stands out here coming from people that's done intentionally, and that's to knock you off your rock. Only a person that is strong enough, you can ignore all that and still stand on your rock. So I don't know. I don't want to say confused, but I use that word when I'm looking at the culture out here, which is the human. I don't give a damn about whether it's black or white or none of that shit, right? But I also look at where this culture under this umbrella has come from, followed it all, just like everybody else out here. I just can't understand that the accolades or whatever from the crutch, and the crutch was Mr. Kelly, um, build up, anybody, any one of these people to be where now, like they're the shit. Like, wasn't you the shit back then? And if you were, we'd have known about it. Because you become that public figure. But and looking at all these beefs and the arguments, including myself, with that damn woman over there, right, who absolutely knows nothing about me, but I enjoyed it. It was fun, but I'm a real goddamn ass woman. Ain't got no business, I ain't no business doing that stuff, but, and I still would do it. If you come for me, it don't make no difference, but I still know reality stands in my life. So, I don't know. Shit is crazy. We saw no outcomes. None. Nobody. I think only one, and that was the one with the last court appearance that just happened. Right. We've seen that outcome, but out of all of the bickering and the who I am's and what I do's and stuff like that, you never get the ending of anything out here, and there should be an ending to it. And I'm talking about who you are, what you do, because after that, you supposed to supply the truth, the facts to it. And the only facts that you usually get to the end of whatever it is that these people put out here is just another bunch of words that sends you down a whole nother road of BS. So I don't know. I just wanted to share that with you guys. It's just unbelievable. And once again, shout out to Mr. Kelly, because that's really under this umbrella who is the only person, that I believe should be getting any type of goddamn shout outs, because it was him that brought a lot of people out to become of what they were searching to be of them. It was him. Because I don't think that anybody would be at any level of a stance without him. So the man is bad. The man is bad. He's cold as hell. I'm sorry. He don't get to sit out here and collect an award or say thank you right now. He doesn't get to do that. So I don't know. You gotta watch your egos. You gotta watch what brought you out here. You got to watch who made you, because at the end of the day, that would be the person to receive all accolades. And that's just me. You know how, like, when they get their trophies, Lil Wayne and Soldier Boy, and they walked all up on the stage and shit. Who they give it first to thanks. Then they give it to their managers or their whatever that helped them, and then they give it to their fans. So It's crazy. Um, Papoose loves people, genuine people. But Papoose never ever treads that life. Let me make it clear of being a fan. I support Mr. Kelly. I know a lot of his music, but not all of his music. Not a big fan like that. Not behind Mr. Kelly, not behind Genuine, not behind Beyonce, not behind Cardi B, not behind none of those. Now, Denzel Washington is a different story because when I was younger, a little bit younger boy, and I seen Denzel Washington, y'all, I was like, oh, okay. But that's just the woman side of us that, God has given us to recognize something, the special talent that I might or we might have. So, I don't know. So I get disturbed, and I know I can just turn a blind eye and keep walking. But since I have a button to press and I have people that comes on to choose to vibe with me or just to hear me out, I'm grateful for that. I ain't looking for nothing pretty much out of this because I have to stay in the reality of my lifestyle. And I know how easy it is to slip off into Wonderland, because this is Wonderland. I'm serious, males, girl. Don't back being bullshit. I was like, you better go chase that man. Then after I was getting ready to pack up, girl, it was something about he was married, so I had to go unpack, honey. I was like, but it didn't have to be Denzel Washington, just a good man. Well, what is a good man? Because I'm sure Denzel Washington wake up yelling at her, asking her, is the damn breakfast ready or is the maid cooked or some shit? So I don't know. But I get disturbed, I do. I get disturbed. And I'm like, huh? And I think I'm going to end with this. I think what disturbs me the most is just knowing I know how this umbrella came of existence. I know. I watched it all. God be that glory. God be that glory. And God is mysterious and can change substance of behavior, characters, and I get all of that shit. But I just get disturbed by it. I just get disturbed by it, like, huh? What? When? But it's no difference than, your old fashioned bank robber in your neighborhood or your carjacker. They done that stuff for 5 or 10 years or whatever, and been in the joint, come out after 2 years or so, and then they go to church, change their life around, and it can be the most trustworthy person on your block. Now he's raking your leaves and ringing your doorbell to help take out your garbage. I get all of that. But at the same time, you knowing that man's history, and you gonna think twice still about leaving them keys in that car, right? He may walk past your car a couple of times, but sometimes when you've been touched by that evil door, sometimes it stays with you throughout the journey of your life. It's no difference than the crack or the weed or whatever. We have some people that will tell you that they've been clean for about 40 years, but they can also tell you that, well, yeah, that temptation has still been there. And little do you know, when they close the doors or whatever to their homes, you never know if they puff pass into themselves. And they just so good at it, I don't know what people would call that, from a Bible stance or a scripture or something like that, but it can be done. You can be good and you can be bad in the eyes of the people, but it's knowing it's absolutely knowing because you saw it, where you can't fool the eyes of the people. The people just have to tread lightly, you know, around the subject. But anyways, y'all, shout out to Mr. Kelly. Because without you, Mr. Kelly, you wouldn't have all these people out here um, using your crutches. Using your crutches. So, I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. Man, look at you're gonna get awards and shit now. I don't know. I saw that other show over there the other night. I'm coming on to laugh at that shit, boy, because I screenshotted a bunch of shit. I was just laying in bed like, oh, let me get that one. Let me get that one. Let me get that one. Boy, I listen. Y'all already know who I'm coming with that one. Now, it's a damn shame, too, right? Because it still comes from the surface of Mr. Kelly, right? And boy, this listen, I want to tell y'all now so bad, but he went chasing all over there. And it was because of this and it was because of that. Somehow, somewhere, y'all gonna have to go head on and give that boy the recognition that he's looking for. Somewhere, somehow. You're gonna have to give it to him because he ain't folding on his words and his stance. He ain't folding on the fact that, oh my God, I'm gonna have to repeat this tonight because it's in my commentary in my show tonight, but he ain't folding on that shit. So y'all might as well just go on and give it to him, or you guys are gonna forever have a journey of who knew him. I brought them there. They folded on me. Went this, and all of them they betrayed him. Like, okay, but you were an ordinary person. Ordinary people. What's that guy name? Whatever that man. I ain't seen that shit. And right. And when you're just ordinary, you ain't promised to keep any friends or, the friend relations around you like that. But he feels like I did the shits, I introduced y'all and all that stuff, right? I'm like, yeah, you introduced them. All right. But here's the thing, right? Even if the introduction was there and the busload traveled down, I got you in there. The stance should have been, in my opinion, that you get your autographs and you return back home to your normal life. And you appreciate that, right? You appreciate John Legend, girl, ordinary people. I remember when that song came out and I had clicked on the TV and Oprah was on that. Ooh, that was her favorite song, girl. She was in love with her some John Legend. Then I turned the TV, right? Because it is what it is. But yeah, if a lot of people would have just stayed ordinary or humble with it, right? You just go down there. You showed your support. You got your autograph and you just go back home and his life resume and this life resume. Your life resumes back to normality, right? Things go on, but no, you got ordinary people that wasn't able to do just that. Mr. Kelly. And then they back out here and it's like, somebody lied about the situation. And the situation was, well, he don't know that man like that, or one or the other saw each other doing something, that was foul. His stance was that, Mr. Kelly was like, well, who is this and who is that, or whatever the case may be, and man, I brought you, people down here to support you. And it was right after that, and they all sporadic back home. That's when all the shit went to hell. All the shit went to hell. I think that he got a little bit angry. Maybe some numbers was passed, and you got the him two girls staying in touch, and they decided that, you know what, we're gonna do our own little investigation and found out some things. Didn't seem like that he was included, but then they excluded him, and then it went on with him and then the other group of friends that he had, and then they done found out some things, or things didn't look good, then they left, and then you got the group by itself, and then they done found out some things, and then they left her, and now they regroup back up, a whole bunch of shit, right? And I'm like, what the hell? Who the hell wants to be like, what's going on here? So at that moment, as I'm watching all of this group activity going on, and the overzealous amount of support for Mr. Kelly in their way, right? I'm saying to myself, this ain't, you can't have these type of ghetto ass people out, trying to do stuff like this. Well, are you nuts? Because one is going to want more than the other, and so on and so forth, right? But that's here, near, or there. I know I said I was finna go, but y'all know how I get when I get to talking, right? I be talking, and I still got a few minutes. I'm a little bit early, so, but, and it's crazy. So now it's like all of Mr. Kelly's supporters, the what is it, the 30 million or the 80 million, or however, around the world, if they are looking in this, because the word that they're putting out here is the R. Kelly sector. And YouTube is pretty big, so you got a lot of people peeping in under the R. Kelly sector. But when they peep in over here, you best believe most of these people, what in the buck is going on in here? What type of supporters does Mr. Kelly have? And these happen to be a lot of people that looking inside or up underneath this umbrella, right? That don't even know, like, the clue, don't even have the slightest clue of the same people. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 11 tops, or whatever, is in to it over the same shit from what, early 2021, the same people. And I'm like, what do they want? What do y'all want? That's what I be asking myself. What in the hell do y'all want? Because if you can answer that to nothing, you wouldn't be, doing this here. So what do you want? The respect from who? Strangers? From ordinary people? What? If you are who you say you are, it ain't even the friends that you would need to actually walk. I done seen a whole bunch of entrepreneurs or scientists or whatever. They gonna do it. What's his name? Einstein. He was in the laboratory by himself or whatever. Came out with that goddamn light bulb, didn't he? Yeah, nobody. But, I understand all of that too. I just don't. It's the accolades for me. Like, without the people, I can't be who I am. Well, I'm here to tell you that I am who I am without the people. I appreciate the people. I appreciate opinions. I appreciate the love. But I'm riding this goddamn reality part of this world, yeah, without the people. And I hope y'all can understand, what I mean by that. It's a lot the dependability and all that shit. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Absolutely, Rita. You just continue to pray for him. However, I'm not here on nobody's downfall, because I also believe in, get it how you get it. But at the same time, I'm going to speak on the goddamn obvious. Let's not get all the way up there and walk across the stage and forget an important shout out to who should get a shout out. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all understand what I'm saying? Don't walk across the stage. I'm going to say that again. Don't walk across the stage and stand at that podium with your written speech And the shout out ain't to Mr. Kelly. That's all I gotta say, man. Because without him, and from what I am looking at out in these YouTube streets, and that goes for the other guy over there too, who's into the character, in the acting, and wants to make it to Lionsgate and Miramax and all of those, right? Don't forget to shout them out, because you used them to get to where you're going. Yeah, you go to do the rehearsal and things by yourself. But in order to have all these people to be followed and to believe in what your expertise is to make yourself rich, he was a part of that. He was a part of that. There's no doubt. There's no question to that. Me, mine was made. Every day I've been getting up and coming until I get ready to call in and have a sick out or some shit like that. But mine was already made. But I look out here, and I ain't trying to pass judgment on a lot of the culture people. But from what I can see, these people ain't had shit. Nothing. I got damn pot to piss in. That make no damn sense. None. Might have had it, but they lost it, or something due to whatever situation may have occurred in their lives. But I don't know. It's crazy. Shout out to Mr. Kelly. You made these people. Some became angry. Some are going to be rich off of you. Some going to be fighting coming up soon. And some going to jail. It don't make a difference. What the fuck? I don't know. I hope all of you guys have a beautiful day. A beautiful day. And I hope to see y'all on the live tonight. I'm going to try to do it. Sometimes I get a little camera shy. So, and I might, my words doesn't come out as easy as they do, as if you were sitting in front of me. It'd be a whole different thing. You'll be going, would you shut up? Because I can't shut up. I don't never shut up. But I hope to see y'all tonight. I'm not exactly what time to be on, but I think it'll be a interesting topic to talk about. And it will be with Mr. Kelly in this topic. I'm just looking at some comparison of some things of how it went down. I'm not good, so I hope that people will show up to do all of this civil rights talking or whatever, because I need some of that. I tell y'all, when I was growing up, I just focused on PAP. I really did. And I understood how important history is, right? I did. Went to English and history and all that shit. Some days I cut up in class. Some days I cut class. Some days I ain't never missing a day. That's just PAP, right? That's just me. I grew up with five brothers, right? 4 sisters. So, I'm number 6. And number 6, I cut the fuck up, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I cut the fuck up. If I'm there, I'm there. If I'm not, I'm not. But I'm gonna learn my common sense and what it takes to make it out here in this world. So my mind took me into that direction. So I got the basics, right? I got the basics down pat before I left high school. Then I took off and had my 2 years in college because I was only interested in what the hell is all this big college stuff they talking about. That's the only reason. Oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna go. I went down there, I fell in love with psychology. Okay. And then it got a little bit scary because I started reading all of the older books back then, the scientists of this and that, and the operation of the mind. The mind is dangerous as hell. Once you get inside that mind, woo, cha, And I felt like that it had been rubbed off on me because I was heavy deep into psychology, right? And it's scary. It's scary knowing how the mind, the brain can operate, right? So I can understand, I can relate to craziness and all of these, mental illnesses that's out here. I can definitely relate to them, right? I don't like to speak on it too much, right? Because it is what it is with that. But my life moved on. and it moved on into reality. What do I have to do in reality to make it out here? What do I want to become of? How much of this do I need? How much of this can I get? Speaking of finances and things of such like that, my living, right? Your homes and stuff, right? So I'm all focused on that route in life, right? Especially another reason why I did so. A lot of friends that also, went to school and everything, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm watching them, and a lot of people that I'll see on TV today or read in a article or something, man, sitting here with $300,000, $400,000 worth of debt, but live in a freaking, one bedroom apartment or don't have a job at all. Shit. Well, how the hell does that work? How do you go and get all this goddamn degreed up or whatever and life still sucks? I couldn't understand that part either, right? But whatever. Maybe it was the profession of that subject that they chose to do, and they just can't find nothing in that field. Some of them choose to. A lot of people will get those old big old degrees of this or that in a particular field, right? And then feel like that, well, nothing is hiring or jumping off in that field, but because they're degreed up, they refuse to go and work in a different area because it belittles them, and then ended up stuck in the goddamn swamp now because nothing never came through because of the degree that they feel that they have gotten, and nothing comes through. So you got those type of people, or whatever the case may be. So, but I don't know. I'm gonna tell you guys. Sometimes I do. I just feel so different from most part of the world. I do. I'm like, I don't know. I'm a thinking person. You can't bullshit me. I'm allergic to it. You can't tell me any goddamn thing. Can't tell me. And from watching a lot of stuff out here on YouTube, I mean, these people tell you any goddamn thing. And it's just kind of up to you. But then I also see where if you don't ride with what they're saying, or you don't agree with it or whatever, you get your head chewed off of that. Like, you're not supposed to be using your own mind and your own thoughts. So I've never been a groupie. I've never been a cliquey. Only to my siblings. That's it. That's who I walked and tread behind. I would see what they was doing. I watched my brother and them enough, They smoked their weed back then or whatever, right? And sure, I don't want to do that shit. That shit stinks. So I never done that. So it's just what you choose to do in life. I followed my sisters. Okay, well, they doing so and so, so and so. Okay, well, they shit boring. So Pap took off on her own journey. And her own journey made her who she is today. I'm a wonderful person. I'm a people person to a certain extent. I have two shoulders, and I only let you rub them one at a time. And you fuck up rubbing one at a time, I'm that person I cut you off. I do not come back. I do not come back. And you do not come back. You will not be allowed to come back. I don't do that. So I guess there's this thing with the trust things, right? I see people doing certain things or whatever, and I know that I like that person. I talk to that person. I kick it. We go clubbing or whatever, but that person won't never hear from me. Oh, no. So I don't know. Like I say, I guess I'm weird. Like, get the fuck away from me. No, because I don't make no mistakes. I try 100% to not make any mistakes. But back to that one story, like when those group of people come from downtown Chicago, right? And they all spent time in the Airbnbs. They all sharing information or this or that. When things start to go left for the group of people, there was only one set of people that actually left this shit. And those him two girls, right? They came out, did their commentaries, showed up on people panels here and there, right? And they left. You ain't heard from them since. But the other people that we also came to do their support or whatever is still at it. Something ain't right. about that. Something ain't right. So that leads me to my question about, what did you want? What did you want from the beginning? Who do you, why? Was this already premeditated? What this is, what's going on? What's going on? Entertaining? Absolutely. Because I'm like y'all. I be clicking on it just like y'all do. Like, huh? But I don't know about y'all, but I be over here, huh? What? Can't leave it alone. Can't walk away from it. Can't just, they just can't. It has become it's not even a good addiction. This is a terrible freaking addiction, especially knowing the history that these people developed from the crutch of Mr. Kelly. That's the crazy part about it. If Mr. Kelly was never entangled into uh, his situation and these people allegedly to be of support, right? You wouldn't be who you have become today. And that's a fact. That's 100% fact. Why are people out here watching the same people all the way back from the separation of the group, continuing to bite off each other's head? What do they want? Hey, lady. Hey, Lady Earth. That's what I keep asking. What do they want? What do y'all want? What do they want? Why is this steady going on? If you are here to become an actor, go be that actor. Why do you even care about what the hell that these people are saying or not saying? Oh, it's the support I needed to get to where I am. How do people tear down people from a virtual world? Tear down your character. Now, mind you, because I went back to watch the what's that guy named Mills, your friend, the Sean Wavy hair flip guy, right? Went back to watch that, right? And we're talking about this guy over here who's aiming to become a actor in the bootleg scripts, right? In the bootleg movies, right? Okay. But the Sean Wavy guy, okay, I ain't gonna lie, boy, I had to rewatch that because that shit had me cracking up. But anyways, was talking about the information that was put out from that article. Y'all remember that article? The article had 4 of the pictures up there, and then it had him on there holding a child, right? Now, if I'm an actor and I'm aiming to be the actor in the movies, right? In the movies. And I get it that this guy over here is putting out this information. Who's on virtual world, right? Who is a lot of people, think about this, that is in Hollywood or in the UK, Paris, whatever, right? Ain't bit more paying Sean Wavy channel, don't know about him, don't do none of that stuff, right? Why would you lose focus to go and address that, talking about some you're messing with my character? So YouTube is the only place is where your character is going to make a stance at. Because I'm just saying, had I been out there, I'm like trying to achieve to become this great actor that I am, it wouldn't have been no minor distractions like that. Now, mind you, you go to this other guy's channel, the King or whatever his name may be, right? And he's talking about the new article that is out, right? With the infamous Sylvia with the picture next to Mr. Kelly, right? Infamous Sylvia says that, that may, she might be heading to the famous world, being famous down that lane, and shout out to her and whatever. Wish her well. That's the lane you want. That's the lane you're going to get. However, as I'm watching this live and I'm looking in the chat, I'm going to show y'all these screenshots tonight. I promise I am. He comes up in there, the great actor shows up and start talking about where the Sylvia come from, and she crossed me, and they cut me, and they did this, and she done been to jail, and she done did this, and I'm sitting there like, you're hurting your own acting career by typing up in there that freaking BS. Right now, all of those people are going to remember the stuff that you're saying about another person, right? And then the minute that they may see you on a prime bootleg video, right? Those people are gonna be like, oh, that was that guy that was up in that boy thing. Boy, that boy guy, that he ain't shit. He came up in there starting up. You're doing it to yourself as well. So there's some accountability that he can take on his own, and if his acting shit crash, did to yourself. Because there's only one word out there that can also help a person, and it's called you just ignore it. You just ignore it. Sometimes well, that won't be true. That won't be true. Hi, Precious. What's going on this morning? Hump Day Thursday to you. But I'm just saying, he literally came over there because of that. At the end of the day, out of all of the stuff that has been said and done and the separation of the groups or whatever, right? It's still going on today. And that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. I truly hope, and I pray, and hear my prayer, and this is my selfish prayer, because sometimes I'm selfish. I hope that he never, ever, ever, when he comes out, come around none of them. And that's just my prayer. That not me, not nobody, go about his business and go do his journey for the rest of his life, or whatever he chooses for it to be. That's my prayer. I pray on that shit so hard, like Mr. Kelly. There's no way you become a superstar like you done and place yourself around. I'm sorry, because the minority bum ass people, I'm gonna include myself. We ain't got shit. If we was gonna be some shit, we'd have been some shit before, right along the side that Mr. Kelly is. We'd have been sitting up in there in your fancy suits and all your money and fancy cars at the concerts in the front row. All that type of shit. We ain't shit. You finally caught it. I'm glad you caught one, girl. Wait till tonight. I'm pushing for tonight. I'm pushing to see if I can, people come. I need some civil rights movement people over there that can talk that stuff so that, I can still be taught, even though we've been through the civil rights movement and all of our black ancestors of doing this and doing that to try to open up the doors to continue our chain of event of freedom out here, right? That's never going to happen. I don't know how, and salute to all of the upcoming people behind to keep pressing that dream out here, but it's never going to happen, right? Because we've had ample amount of times to change and to come together and to build together. So this shit ain't going to never happen due to the situations that we have out here. We have the drug activity. You have the gun activity, you name it. You have the prostitution activity, you have the pimp activity. Everybody in their own world, so everybody's going to choose a different venue to travel to. So and it usually makes their lifestyle, right? And you have your workers out here, you have your taxpayers out here, so on and so on. So we've been divided demographically by economic and socializing and all of that stuff. We've been divided up with that already. So we've already washed up. And that's why I love the fact that the doors has always been open and will be open for individualism, right? Because it's totally up to you on how you make your life and how you live your life, and till you get called home, you conquer. So you say, okay, I'm pushing somewhere by seven or eight, no later than nine, Precious. Somewhere around that time. I got some things to take care of with Coda Bear here in a couple of hours. So a celebrity as large as Mr. Kelly should never been. Never, never, Capone. Never. And I'm sure he's accepted some accountability about that as well. I'm looking at Whitney Houston, right? And um, not to get into the fantasy part of it, right? But when I saw the bodyguard, right, and I'm like, whoa, she just had that one badass man, girl, and I mean he was kind of fine too. I don't know his name. I'm not good with a bunch of actors, but girl, she had that, and that's all she needed, right? She had one Fletcher, wasn't it Fletcher in the movies? His name is Fletcher in the real life. I don't know his real name, but girl, I'm like, oh, he's cute. Even I don't date white men. I don't. I would never cross my culture. I never ever had a desire to mingle outside of. I mean, I love me some blackness. All right, Precious. I love me some. Yeah. Okay. So but so I was looking at Capone, Mr. Kelly, at that level, like with the Whitney Houstons and things up there, right? The Stevie Wonders. I had him in that category. It was a big, this man dropping albums like, back then like that and all that stuff, right? I'm running out, I'm getting them. Now we don't run out and get them no more. We just download or stream it. We don't run to the store anymore. You can't even find CDs in the stores anymore like that. Target may have a few. Other than that, Amazon or everybody is streaming or whatever. So unless you go to a old antique record shop place that has vinyl and stuff like that. I think we have two big ones up here that I do know of, but they more so for vinyl. But that's how I saw him. And to know after he got arrested, well, yeah, and he got released, and the video that I showed back then and a lot of other people had showed it, where he was being escorted from Cook County, and he got on the Sprinter, and the helicopter is over him, and they take this long drive, and I'm looking at the type of bodyguards or assistants, I guess I would call them assistants, that was with him, right? I'm like, what the hell going on here? So that was me, Capone, like the first time actually ever getting to see what his assistants look like. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what the fuck? Jeans, you know, skull caps. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the hell going on around here? I was over here, Capone, like, who these people? Wait. Okay, I know the real bodyguard's gonna come, right? I know the real security some damn where, right? But now I see that it's not uncommon, right? Because I looked at the Boosie Badass security. I don't know what the hell, I thought Boosie was a celebrity, right? Or whatever, manufactured one or something, right? And I know that he likes to smoke his weed and do all the things that people does from the hood. And I get it about staying in the hood. Okay. But the girl, Boosie security or whatever they are, they just look, they out there just as bad as him. I'm like, what type of goddamn? Some of them look 13, some look 16. So I'm like, where's the crew at? But then I understand now after looking at Boosie's crew that circles him, keeps him in the circle, security, whatever. I don't know what these. I don't even know if you call unprofessional. None of them then went and actually learned. I don't believe on becoming a great to secure the person that you out there want to secure. It's almost like just throw them a couple $100 and have them back. Now I look at Whitney Houston with the bodyguard man, in the movie. I'm like, shit, Fletcher came bad. Little mother Fletcher, wish you would fuck with Whitney. And he was just one man standing, girl. Had on his suit, because that suit made a statement, girl. The suit made a strong statement. And you find, you see, you can't get too many black guys in the suit, because they can't run in the suits and the shoes like that. Mm-mm. But you put the white man in them suits. You seen what's his name? Oh God, I can't even think of his name. He does a lot of the let me see. Let me think of his name. And I like watching his movies too. He's kind of a foreign guy, right? He like to drive fast, skinny kind of type looking, whatever he is, right? That man there keep a suit on and some shoes on, girl. Nigga run faster than Jesse Owens. I'm like, what in the hell? White black guys can't do that. Black guys can't do security professionally. Mm-mm. They got to be thugged, washed up, girl. Gym shoes, swag down pants, and then all this skull cap and shit like that. I'm like, what the hell? Now, Bookham came a little bit close to it. He put on his little brown pleather jacket. He was a little close to it. He tried. Okay? He tried. He fucked it up though. He put the brown jacket on with some goddamn Lee stretch jeans. I'm like, where's the rest of the shit? Yeah, he tried. He tried to go a little bit. He was a half and halfer. Yeah, he has his homies as exactly. But when he got pulled over, and the homeboys are there, right? Capone, hit me. I mean, listen to me, Capone. They got pulled over, right? And then Boosie, okay, they got his little weed. And guess what the homeboys doing in the car? Weeding it up too, girl. Kicking it and bouncing it. They shouldn't have not even been in the car. Don't you behind him. And he's got one driver and he's sitting in the back seat looking professional. They don't mess with, those people like that. Good morning, Reba. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, belated birthday, I guess I should say. I seen you out there getting your celebration on, girl. But I'm just saying though, Capone, right? How many of the police stops can you count where they done stopped the limo with the celebrity in there and this one driver and the rest of security is behind. Now the only one that I know of that had a big failure to it where was the Big N and Tupac thing, right? He had the security behind him, but that shit ended up being a shootout. I ain't laughing at the death. I'm laughing at, okay, they tried to, but that didn't work either. It goddamn shootout. And people dead. I just don't understand it. Sometimes, okay, because I do gotta go now. But sometimes what I'm saying though, Capone, as bad as we hate the enslavement that we see or that we may feel has been placed upon us, right? Somewhere we also have to recognize that the system is not going to change. The land of America is dominated, owned by the white folks. They took it. Somehow we got to get over that. So, yes, hey, Rachel, we can be of whom we choose to be in the land. But when you are deciding to go up and above what they have whipped us to be, right? Sometimes you got to play their damn game to not end up in the situation. What do I mean by that? What I mean by, if they not stopping the black limousine with Tom Hanks in the back of it, and Tom Hanks is smoking his weed up and everything, and he got one driver and he's got two more trucks or whatever behind him. They ain't stopping that. The men's up in there with the suits and the ties on, traveling, probably going to go do God knows what, but they ain't getting stopped. Then you know what? Why don't we do it? Get your ass in a limousine, put your suit and tie on, sit in there with your smoke windows and smoke your ass off. Because they ain't going to stop that kind. So don't walk into the fire, even though it looks good and we're trying to identify ourselves of who I am. But doing that isn't working for them, Capone. It ain't working out well for these people. And I can say this like with Mr. Cali. And I understand it. We're comfortable. I'm gonna take care of my people in my own hometown. Huh? What about your people though? And that could be possible, but did you got to select the right damn people. You understand? I don't know. So I call it a failed process. I'm sorry. I've seen it happen now, all the way up now here to Mr. Cali. I've seen it happen now all the way up from the California. All of our culture, thugged out black boys walking around with the guns and things like that. How is it working out for them? How? How is that working out for them? It ain't working out too good. Sometimes, the domino effect, if this is what you guys are doing over here, that culture over there, and it's working for y'all, well, I'm coming over there and let that shit work for me. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't staying over here where it's not working. They're attacking over here. Let's go over there. I'm gonna do like you do, It's like, hell, you got good grass. Well, I'm gonna get some good grass too. Not like that one movie though, y'all. What's the movie with the two big fat twins in it, and what's his name? I'm so bad with actors, y'all. And they moved next door. I think Queen Latifah in the movie, and the boy had the basketball scholarship or something, and he went to move into the gated area, right? And the gated area got all them old rich old white people and everything like that, right? And he moved up in there. Next thing you know, boy, was barbecues, jump off, every goddamn thing. Whole 100 goddamn family members came and fucked that whole damn community up. But who did the police come knock on the door? Queen Latifah was the police, remember? She knocked on their door. And I mean, they captured her because she was black. She came in, started shaking her, doing her little booty shaking and having fun as well. I get it that we try to show the other culture that, hey, this way is much funner. Y'all come do it our way. And the cookout. Yeah, girl, the cookout. But they way didn't work. What happened to him? He lost it, right? Or something. He lost it, but then he had to argue. He had the little girlfriend in the movie and all that type of shit fighting over that. That shit was funny though when her mama went to send her to go get that damn turkey, or it's a ham. She sent her to get that damn ham. That girl was like, "Shit, we live in Beverly Hills. Why am I going to go get a damn ham? Ew." Shit was funny. So, but that's all I'm saying. There a ham, right? She went to get a ham, right? The girl thought that was Princess Diana, honey. She wasn't touching no ham, girl. We too rich for this, but it's just our mixture of culture is just crazy, right? But I'm pretty sure that those white folks up in that gated community, right, ain't never had the goddamn police out there. They done fucked the grass up, every goddamn thing. They got about 20 barbecue grills. That's how they felt about Obama, right? Obama can't wait. So Obama got in office here. Obama ass was going to put the grills up. Basketball court out back. You see how they looked at us? I'm just saying, yeah, she didn't even get the right ham either. I'm going to watch that damn movie. I like that one too. Some movies I do watch. However, you guys, I think, what I'm saying is that, you know, even though we may be indifferent of the other culture or whatever. It's okay sometimes to take what they got because they ain't taking them to jail or they ain't shutting down most of their shit. You know what did Weinstein, right? He already got his appeal. You know what I'm saying? How long do you think that they may have Mr. Kelly sitting and waiting on the freaking appeal, having his paper on a stockpile on the desk? Because you have to keep in mind that these appeal judges, they don't read this shit. They got people that do it for them. And then those people would decide, well, okay, you know what? He does. He has a firm case. Let's get this passed through. They do all the work for these appellate judges up there. You know, people have been hired to do so. They ain't going to read that stuff. They're briefed through it, and they got their assistants highlighting stuff and the form, you know. I wonder how much money that pays. That sounds like a good paying ass job. A lot of reading, though. But y'all have a good day. I am out of here for real this time right here. And I hope to see y'all tonight. I know if I don't make it tonight, because I'm still writing my notes, I'm hoping that some of you guys will join and give me your input, opinions on it. Know some civil rights stuff that we can kind of relate this back to, because I don't know a lot of it. I really don't. I just know how to duck and dodge, y'all. I know how to duck and dodge, and that's all I've been doing out here in my life. And I know that these ancestors of ours had made a choice to make our land greater, or make it even for different cultures that we have out here, right? And I understand all. I understand all that. I do, but it's just the fact that we didn't carry it through. We didn't follow through on this. Money make you mad. Money make you happy. Money make you divide. Money make you cry. Money make it, you name it. And I'm looking out here on the YouTube, and I don't want to say that that's the subject of why you continue to see the back and forth with the same people or whatever, but I mean, we can't exempt that out. We can't leave that part of it out. What has you guys so angry? What have you guys wanted to cut each other's neck off? What? Genuine doesn't do this. If you're genuine and you're just doing you or whatever, I wouldn't think that it does this. I don't. Y'all have a good day. See you tonight. Enjoy y'all day. Bye bye.